Perfect. Okay, so here's our list. Basically just Jeskai, Delver, running Stoneforge Mystic. We've got a nice, cute little Stoneforge package, and yeah, we'll see how it runs. Okay, bam. Play a league match. Alright. Did you guys the list? I did not. Okay. Nice. Alright, let's fucking see it. Okay. Oh my god. What is wrong with my computer? Alright, well, whatever. One that I roll. Take the play. This hand seems great. Keep. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the 3 lands, or the fact that I'm not doing anything on turn 1, but like other than that, I'm fine with that. I also get to lead on a Misty Rainforest for the misleading value. It's the turn. This is probably just going to be a tapped Hollow Fountain. We'll play the Sprite Dragon on 2. We're against Death and Taxes. Helix should be really good here. Nope. Go to our turn. Draw. Get a Delver. I don't think that changes anything. The Sprite Dragon. Actually, it does let us play. Like, we could play Delver and then hold up Helix or Leak. Helix and Leak. But I think play Mantis Strider might be better. We'll see. If they play a creature we care about killing, we might be Helixing it. Otherwise, we might be Mantis Ridering. Especially if it's a Thalion too. We can't exactly kill that efficiently. Paying 3 mana for that's a lot. And then obviously this Beta Leak's only going to get worse and worse. Sprite Dragon's a cute little dude. Alright, well there's the Thalia. So like we could leak the Thalia, but I feel like that's not going to get us very far. Okay, we'll draw. Okay, well now it's looking like we might have to leak this Thalia, but that's fine. We could do that next. Yeah, I kind of just did the market. Since we're on the play this game, I want to kind of just bash our opponent's face in. We'll go to 15. They might have a Graven Inspector or Giver Rooms. Okay, that's really good for us actually. Okay. I actually don't really know what I'm scared of here. Yeah, like Arbiter strip mining our lands isn't actually that bad. Okay, that's not good for us. Okay, take 2 down to 14. well, we could either Helix or we could double Delver. I think I'm fine to just bop them for 1 and then Helix. Yeah, I'll just Helix at the end of their turn. This way we play around Arbiter attacks and then, yeah. We could just play the 2 Delvers after that and then our board looks really solid. And then we also go to 13. Okay, well that's annoying. We'll leak this. Then we get to untap and then bop the Thalia probably. Okay, opponent hits us for 4, sure. Okay, we get a 10. I'm glad they didn't violin that Skyclade Aberration. Stoneforge is interesting. Oh, let's attack and then see what they do. If they try to flash and a Flicker Wisp, then, yeah, I think we'll play Stoneforge and Delver here. Our opponent hasn't had land destruction in the earlier turn, so I don't think that helps them now. I think we're just getting Batter Skull as well. Oh, we can't search. Oh, no, we're so dumb. That's fine, though. I'm so used to playing decks where Leonin Arbiter only affects my fetch lands. It also affects my Stoneforge Mystics. Yeah, I guess that's just like my inexperience with Stoneforge really showing. Right, we could double block this Thalia, which I'm kind of game for. They'll probably kill our Stoneforge because they can't risk us having a Batter Skull in our hand. No. Flicker Wisp. Oh, this is so bad for us. Now we just lose it for free. Yeah, that's not good. Okay. I mean, like, we prevented 2 damage at least, I guess. Okay, we'll reveal that. We really need to get these out of our deck, though. They're just dragging us down. Yeah, we're just gonna swing at them for 3. If they trade, we actually want that. Yeah, this is good. Like, we're ahead in resources right now. And, actually, no. Yeah, we want to kill this now. Because we don't want them to be able to flicker with spit in response with this file. Yeah, so now it's their Leonin Arbiter versus our nothing. Which obviously doesn't sound very good, but it's actually a lot better than it is. Or than it sounds. Okay, so they cast their own Stoneforge. That's not good. Yeah. Sure. Okay, well that's pretty freaking useless. Seer Visions. Okay, that's pretty good. So we could Seer Visions into a Mantis Rider next turn. Yeah, I guess we're just pathing the Batterskull. Like the Chirp token. Doesn't feel great, but honestly, it might win us the game. Could also path the Stoneforge, and then they might hard cast the Batterskull. And then we get to kill them with our... I actually like that. Seems like an epic bait. Well, I know that they can't even search. Yeah, let's just path them. Yeah, so if they find a land and then decide to hard cast this Batterskull, they go to 5. We flip the Delver, and then we try. Okay, they decided to not go for that. It's fine though. We flip Delver, we get to put them at 5. We'll take that. So they're super far off getting their Batterskull in play. So we're in a good position. Okay, we'll flip the Delver. We'll draw, get the Serum Visions, we'll draw a Mantis Rider, and then we could look for a red source. But we do have to remember to do the search thing when that comes up. Okay, hit them. And we still have leak up, so it's actually not that bad. They know about the leak, but... Okay, we'll put this on top. It's definitely clunky, but it will win us the game. Anti-starter's very good. Okay. Sure. Oh, we're just leaking this. We're definitely at the point where we're just kind of leaking anything. And these Giver of Runes can be quite problematic when there's 2 of them. Okay, take 2. 3. Sure. Okay, so that makes me think they don't have like a Flicker Wisp off the bat. Well, actually, yeah, I don't know. This doesn't really make me think anything. You know, thinking about it, this fetch might not have been that good. You know what? We could just pass the turn, right? And then we can block their Giver of Runes, fetch, and then that'll put us down to 1. Yeah, this is fine. You're stun attacking. Well, this Vial's been so useless for our opponent, though. Yeah, this is fine. So the Stoneforge doesn't do anything, but it can, like, quote-unquote, vial the Thicket next turn. Okay. So they'll hit us for 2. Sure, we'll go down to 2. Okay. And I think we have this one locked up, as long as the 1 mystery card in their hand isn't Flicker Wisp. So we'll pay 2. Then we will fetch. We'll get a tap Steam Vents. Okay. Then we'll go to our turn. Oh. Bash them. No. Fuck. Well, I think we've lost. Yeah, well, whatever. Maybe they'll just forget to block. Oh, okay, GG's to our opponent. Their flyers really got us. we can bring in some more removal. I am not a fan of counter spells in the Aether Vial matchup. Needle's honestly fine here, because it can hit Giver, Vial, and then Equipment. I mean, Rejection can technically counter some things. I don't know. I mean, I think Leak isn't useless, so I think I'd rather have one Leak over any of these. Like, Shoal on Vial is alright, but we're not usually shoaling the Vial. That's really unfortunate we lost the game on the play there. I think we definitely had a chance there. We'll keep this. This is good. Okay. So we'll go to our main phase, and I'll just pass the turn. Okay, they get their file, sure. Okay, well we're going to draw. Okay, opt. I think we're just getting Powder Skull here. If we had another creature, I think Fire and Ice would be alright, but I think Powder Skull is just the play here. Okay. Opponent's taken up. Okay, they're not running super light on lands. They've got their own Stoneforge. Okay. Sure. Okay, hopefully we can hit a land, because then we can Batter Skull and kill their Stoneforge. The freaking mirror match intensifies. Oh, we did hit a land. Okay, and it's not a 2, so they can't, like, Arbiter in response. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go to just get to hold that. I'll just pass it back to them. Okay, so they have a Batter Skull in hand. Oh. Sure. Okay. Okay. Just put the Batter Skull in. And then we'll just start bashing them. Imagine this card being banned for modern. It's ridiculous. It's good though. It's a good card. Okay. We do have to be a little wary of Arbiter. Okay, we'll just hit them for 5 here, I think. If they vial something in, we could just kill it. Okay, I'll wait for them to search. They still have a pause on their attack stop. What? Wait, they just did search, right? Am I missing something? Okay, so they're probably running one Sword of Batter Skull as well. So that means they have it in their hand. Okay, well in that case, let us... Do we path it? Probably not. I think we just sudden shock it. Yeah, you could path the rest of their creatures. Path them then, sure. I mean, that's honestly fine. We'll be able to just straight up equip it. Soon. Yeah. You could also bounce it and then vial it back in too. Like we just hold up 5 mana and then do that. I think I'm probably just gonna fetch now and get a point to play around Arbiter off of a vial. So it's good. Basically, like, the first one of us that's forced to use Path loses this matchup. Path just kinda blows when both players are trying to tempo each other out. Path do kinda be hot garbage sometimes. Oh, you know what? We could actually just bounce the Better Skull now. Okay. Let's play a Delverblade. And I'll pass the turn like the intellectuals we are. Sure. Okay, this is fine. It's annoying, but it's fine. I think our opponent's really struggling. They've got 2 cards in hand that are just equipments that are kind of clunky. And then one of the cards is fresh that we know of. I'll have to look for like a spell sling or something. Sure. Okay. Well, sword. Fire it up. Beyblade, let it rip. Oh, we get our 2/2 back. This germ is let him rip. Okay, what is going on? Yep, you got vials. Oh my god, I just need to auto heal these. My timer is just disaster right now. But I'm also having the time of my life, so, you know, it's kind of worth it. Okay. Opponent kills their poor Sword of Fire and Ice. Alright. Rude. Played their own Sword of Fire and Ice. Okay. I didn't even get to draw anything off the Sword of Fire and Ice. No. Okay, now we have no white mana. We've got 1 Seachrome Ghost in our deck. Okay, we might actually be in a pickle. Last card in hand is a Batter Skull for them. Sure. I mean, if we draw another white mana, we're kind of chilling. Ghost Kodor in the Plains is just super good. but they've got basically nothing going for them. Like, it's just the Skyclave apparition. Sure. They swing, we're blocking. Yeah, sure. That's what I thought, opponent. That's really good. So they might block here, and then we get to abrade the sword. Now we get to use the abrade as spicy tech. This doesn't play around Liquidus very well, because they can save their own guy. Or save their own thing. Okay, but... Shadow. We did the thing. Alright, well, that was a little bit rougher than I wanted it to be, but that's just kind of how it goes. Your deck's really fucking annoying. I like to play with lands in play on my side of the field. This hand does not allow me to fulfill my dream. I should have been more specific. That was the most fucking Monkey's Claw outcome of a wish I have had. Alright, mulligan. Mulligan. Oh. How many is this? 4? Alright, 4 cards. It's respectable. I mean, we could just bottom, like, Sprite Dragon Sword here. I don't hate it. I mean, I do, but... maybe just Serum Visions? Yeah, something like that. Okay, if they leave File, yeah, now we could just needle their File on 1. Turn on. Look, it's like the mirror match, but I just play a card that means your card doesn't do anything. Hello? And then we get to use MTGO's interface, Vial. Imagine if we just named, like, Alchemist File. Okay, we're a little bit behind in the card race, but we did bop their Aether Vial, so we've got that going for us. Okay, they play a 1-2. We're gonna play a better 1-2 then. Will they be ready for this? Ooh, we have 2 of them. Okay. So, I think this first one is just going to get Batterskull. And then the next one, we might have 4 mana in play, and then we can rip. This is actually really good for us, though. Again, like, Path to Exile is just an absolute godsend. It makes this so much easier. Like, we could almost just hard cast this Batterskull 2 turns. Which should not be legal. It's like you take going on the play and going on the draw, and then we're just ahead in mana for whatever fucking reason. Yeah. Okay. No swings, sure. Yeah. And then we draw for turn. Interesting. Okay, this is just tapped, but we get to play Stoneforge. We get our sword. Okay, and then we'll just pass it back to them. this is probably just an island, I think. But it could be. Well, this Flooded Strand is going to be our last source of red mana. So we'll just use that sparingly. Just pass. See if they want to cast anything. Okay, we can only cast one spell every turn, so... And then this isn't going to be an untapped source of mana. Oh, okay. We got our spell snare target. It's a pretty good one for that. Okay. I think we're definitely vialing in this better school. I think we're also hitting this blue-red land right now as well. Reason being is they can give it pro-black and then block, but then we can punish them by casting the Helix. Definitely makes things more interesting. I'm not sure if we need... We can cast it second main, I guess. Let's just see if our opponent's greedy. The thing is playing the Sprite Dragon, main phase 1 doesn't do anything anyways, because... yeah, I mean, it doesn't do anything, because we can't attack into the 2-3. Okay, take it, sure. Okay, we'll play the Sprite Dragon, and we get to pass the turn. Horizon kind of be sure. Okay, so our big plan now is to really just vial in the sword, and then we get to have the big germ and the big Sprite Dragon. I mean, yeah. It's an argument to be made that we just don't crack the steam vents there, but we couldn't threaten the Archon as efficiently if we did that. Okay. We could also just put this on the Stoneforge too, if we wanted to. Okay, that's awkward. Yeah, I think I'm just throwing it on the Sprite Dragon. Sure. Opponent gives it pro blue or whatever. Pro red, sure. We're fainting a Path to Exile here because I think it's cute. If we can get this Archon off the table, then our opponent is kind of like turbo fucked. Okay, that's actually not a terrible draw. Okay. Oh, we're just going to do the same thing we did last turn. Huh. It seems like a weird line, not gonna lie. Ah, that makes more sense. Yeah. Sure. I mean, I'll shuffle. We'll just move the sword over. Pass. I mean, this actually doesn't really change anything, because the Stoneforge wasn't doing anything anyways, and the Sprite Dragon wasn't really terribly threatening either. This is basically useless, right? Like, are we hitting red mana? Hey, if we hit red mana, we'll just bolt them, right? So can this get, like, no, not really. Okay, we're just swinging with everything. Our opponent has, this only targets legendary creatures. We're in a fine spot. Yeah, our opponent's living, but like at what cost is the question. I think we're just very far ahead here. Yeah, they drew Ghost Quarter. It's a card. Okay. Okay, well, our opponent's just dead next turn if they don't draw anything. Okay, well, that is not nothing. Okay. This complicates things. Okay, Spire Bluff Canal off the top would be really good. For vaulting, give reverence. That's pretty useless. I'm just gonna pass. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, good news, this Rainforest could fetch to shuffle. Doesn't really do a lot, though. Sure, they're going up to 8, yeah. We need to get this Giver of Runes off the table. Ow. Ugh. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I mean, this is a sad note to end this game, I guess. We'll see. I mean, we're still in it. It's just super painful for whatever fucking reason. Like, we were on the draw on a Bolt of 4, so like if we won this game, that would just be rad. Let me just check my deck list real quick. I think I'm running 2 Canals. Yeah, I'm running 2 Canals and a Seachrome Ghost. Any of those would be really good here. Because I could always just sacrifice this fetch land. play one of the fast lands. The issue is the fast land still enters tap no matter what. Because the Archon. Oh my god, it's so lame. Wait, what am I doing? Okay, so we move this over, right? Okay, my brain might have been off this entire time. I think we can overtax this Giver of Runes. I don't know why I just thought of this. I'm kind of just throwing the game. Well, yeah, that plan is officially doomed. Yep. Okay, and now our Stoneforge has the sword. This is unbelievably tragic. Oh, this is a little too late to... Like, we had so many, like, decent outs, and then they just all disappeared. Like, we just don't have lands, because we've lost basic planes... Hollowed Fountain, both of our steam vents. Yeah, whatever. That's so annoying. Alright, whatever. I think, yeah, I don't know. That was just brutal. Both of the games I lost, I just kind of... But I think if I just equipped the sword to the Germ token, I could have blocked the Batter Skull and then forced them to activate the Giver of Runes and then attack them. I don't think I really would have gotten a whole lot out of that. Our opponent's like life total would have just remained constant, but it wouldn't have gone up. Or I guess it would have gone down by 2 every turn. I don't know. That was a misplay on me. It could have won me the game. I didn't think that I had an out. Or, like, I was just looking for my outs. I didn't think of that as a line. I'm not used to playing with it. Alright. This is a mulligan. What's this? Okay. This is a mulligan. I just don't understand. I think a 3-card hand can be better than this. Yeah, we're keeping this. This right here is peak Magic the Gathering. If you don't think this is an amazing hand, it was better than all the other ones we had. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, our opponent kept 7 cards. Okay, if they kill this Delver, we might be conceding. This might be the Jeskai Flagstone stack. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's interesting. If it was the Jeskai Flagstone stack, they would have taken Triome. But they might have Triome in hand. Potentially. I don't know. Okay. Blooded Strand. No. Well, this game. You know, it's just gonna be one of those leagues, I guess. It's gonna be one of those leagues. Okay, I definitely misplayed round 1 now. Towards the end of it. Okay. Actually, I have no idea what my opponent's playing. This is some hot jank. Fresh from the 0-1 bracket. Oh no. It's my favorite card. Well, you know what? We drew the extra line, so we're kind of just vibing. Wait, what else did they target? Oh, it has indestructible. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, okay. It's very confused for a second. It's like they didn't even target their flagstones. Okay. That's good. We'll draw Serum Visions. I mean, I'm just not going to cast it. So we'll just keep our lands up so that they can't get targeted by anything. And then we'll just hold on to the Serum Visions until we draw something like a Sprite Dragon. We might Serum Visions if we get another 1 CMC blue spell. Because, like, even if we Serum Visions into a Shoal, or like a Spell Snare, that doesn't protect it from Bolt. Well, Serum Visions now, obviously, because we don't have a threat. So, yeah, we'll fetch. End of turn. I think we'll just get an island. Yeah. We'll keep our duels for later, because I value them. Okay, well, Delver Serum Visions on top is good. We'll just top both of them. Okay, that way we can play Delver, we get to flip it the turn after. This is good. But yeah, Broken Pixels. I am going to try to be better at playing Stone Forge and all of the equipment of this format. Okay. But, real talk, I think we're fucked. Okay, does Delver beat this? They go up to 6. Goes down to 4. I mean, it only exiles tapped creatures. This Helix kind of punished us for fetching for the island. It was like one of the few things that actually it gets us. Jeskai is so freaking greedy. Jeskai is so greedy. Like, these land destruction decks just clap you. Like, I had so many cards stranded in my hand. If I was able to play any of those, our opponent was toast. And, like, that's the point of their deck, obviously, but our deck's just really soft to them. Okay, so we pass. This guy's flipping. But Nahiri goes to 8. We send Nahiri down to 5 with the Delver. And then we can send Nahiri down to 2. And then they're forced to choose between keeping the Nahiri alive or just trade it with the Delver. And obviously they come out of that ahead. And we were going to go to game 2. We were just so deterministically dead. It's kind of depressing. Gust is actually pretty alright here. They're not really running any graveyard stuff. Their curve is really high, so Shoal's not very good. Like, Mana Leak's great. I honestly don't know if Snare's good, but it probably counters Helix and Boom Bust and maybe... Well, they're not running Chalice because they had Bolt in their deck. So it counters Boom Bust and Helix at least. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Needle seems good. They're running a lot of Planeswalkers. It seems better than the Helixes we're running. Which, like I already mentioned, kind of get clunky. But at the same time, we only have 58 cards in our deck, so I guess we're going to keep them in. And on to the next round. Alright, I've got this. We don't have this. Well, we were also on a mulligan to 3, too. It just wasn't, like, the recipe for success. This hand kind of blows, but at the same time, it's kind of keepable. We have the mismatched ops, and then we have 2 Delvers. So we'll just play it and then hope it works. next turn I'm going to try to opt into a land for Delver if I don't find one off the top of my deck. Okay, no. So we'll draw. Perfect. This is like premium draws. In this case, we're probably casting Stoneforge. And this is a situation where we can get Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice would be really good here to slop in these Delvers. It'd give them pro red against their red walkers. Yeah, it just seems solid here, I think. But I'll be completely honest. I'm not sure if I understand like the situations other than like the really obvious ones where you'd want Sword over Batterskull. Like if Stoneforge dies. Okay, well I wasn't playing around into that, I'll be honest. We're not getting anything off of this Stoneforge, I guess. There goes our fort. But on the right side, we do have another threat. And we get the Serum Visions. So we'll just lead on Serum Visions, I think. Okay, Mantis Rider's good, but we don't have any lands for it, so... I mean, we could just keep it anyways and opt into the lands. Sure, I'll send it. Okay, so we might also just be opting... Yeah, this is going to be awkward. Trinisphere. Oh, well, that sucks. Alright. Why are they playing Trinisphere in their Mana-Tide Lightning Bolt deck? That's just not what you want to see. At all. Holy shit. Okay. Well, we can't opt in our upkeep anymore, even if we wanted to. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god. I needed to just play tighter last round, but that's fine. This is a learning experience. I mean, honestly, if we get boomed here, we're screwed. It seems so bad. Yeah. I mean, if they're just killing our Delvers for 3 mana, I think that's fine with us, honestly. Okay, draw. Fuck. Okay, well, we get to pass the turn. We keep up Gus, and then we could also opt too. Then we obviously couldn't opt before our land drop because Trinisphere. Pillage. That garbage out of here. I mean, okay, what if we just didn't counter the pillage and then found a land and then started killing him with Mantis Rider? That actually sounds better, honestly. And then we get to save Aethergust for later. Okay. This might backfire. Because the thing is they just pillage us next turn. And then we're just spinning our wheels. But this way we actually have, like, a proactive plan. Which is not paying off. Hitting the basic planes there was brutal. I was suboptimal. Oh, we couldn't even Aethergust this if we wanted to. Yeah. Got an opponent. Oh, the Trinisphere. Holy shit. I did not see this coming. I was like, yeah, whatever. I did not think they were running Karn in their deck. It was a possibility, but I wasn't going to, like, side in Ceremonious Rejection. Although if we make it to game 3, I think the rejection's coming. Fuck. Oh, we're so unbelievably screwed. Like, they could just search for a Worm Coil and we can't do anything about it. They'll play one turn if they get a Worm Coil. But the thing is they could just search for another thing. Yeah, well, okay, we'll play one turn. The thing is we can just draw a land for this Mantis Rider, and then we can hit the Karn, and then we could hope they just don't have anything. But they're going to Liquid Metal Coating one of our lands, so we can't even cast a 3-drop this turn. So I think we're just hard locked, right? I think we're just fucked. Yeah, no, I think we're just dead. Yeah, there's nothing we could do. That's unplayable, I guess. Randomly unplayable, my favorite type of Magic. I did not see the Trinisphere coming. I don't know why they'd have Trinisphere and Mana Tithe and Bolt. That just seems like a shitty decision from them. Like, the Trinispheres aren't in their main deck, right? Like, it's just Trinisphere sideboard for the Karn board, and then they just brought it in, so it's like a one-of. Still seems bad, I don't know. I mean, I guess it hurts us more than it hurts them, but at the same time, it still doesn't seem like a good decision. Because even if it hurts us more than it hurts them, I just keep it in my Karn board. Alright. Like, this deck doesn't feel bad. With the Death and Taxes match, we actually did pretty well. That was just unfortunate, and then like a little bit of misplay. But that last one, we just kind of got fucked. This one, I don't think it's keepable. I mean, we're on the draw. We can hold up Opt Spell Snare. Like, I guess on that axis, it's fine, but whatever, we'll keep it. Like, honestly, the fact that we have variety of interaction plus cantrips make this keepable. The issue is we have no proactive anything. Okay, well, we'll go to our turn. Unless we can cast this right now. But I think we're just passing. We're gonna just look to get a land off of this Opt. But I wanted the flexibility of spell snaring. Nothing really. Like, there's actually not much to spell snare unless they had Forest Sylvan Scrying. But if they did have Forest Sylvan Scrying, that'd be our only avenue to actually spell snare. And then if it was E-Tron, they could have cast like a Mind Stone or something. Yes. Okay, well, we might actually be playing this game. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I was playing around the fact that we might have drawn an island, but kind of chilling. We get to cast the Sprite Dragon. Next turn, we can double Serum Visions, grow the dragon, and then guarantee our next land draw. Probably off the second Serum Visions, and then play the Delver. And then we'll also have the Scry up the Serum Visions to set up the Delver, and then the turn after we can cast the Mantis Routing. The issue is that kind of... Why is everybody running Karn? This card's not even, like, that good. Also, why do they just randomly have Natural Tron? Why am I getting confused? Get me out. This is the league? I've seen more Trinispheres this league than I have seen... I don't know. Like, most months. Like, entire months of playing this game. Okay, well, the double Serum Visions plan seems really shitty now. Oh, we're so fucked. There's just no... There's no beating this, I guess. Okay. Well, we're hoping to hit another land, preferably a white one. You can cast this Mantis Rider. Or we can just go on to the next game. Alright, well, that was fun. Okay, well, we have Ceremonious Rejections, and we've got Piping Beetles. And Shoal's not great. And Helix isn't solid. I mean, Spell Snare sucks, Path sucks. I mean, there's a lot of things that suck here, but... I mean, maybe trimming the one path and then keeping up or bringing in a braid for like O-stones. And then trimming a snare. Maybe this is better. I don't really know. Something like that though. Alright. On to the next match or game. We've got this. I don't want to just go 0-3. This deck's not even bad. I'm just getting railed. Sure. This hand's great, honestly. My brain was just lethargic for whatever reason. Okay, what do we do here? Well, we can lead on the Delver from a blue-white land, I think. Okay. Oh, we get our Hollowed Fountain out. We get our Delver Secrets out. And that's about all we have going for us right now. Yeah. Got it, opponent. The natural Tron. Our opponent's just that good at the game. Okay, what are we doing? Lightning Helix? Okay. Well, keeping the hand with no cantrips might not have been our wisest move. But I kind of had to send it. We still have Ceremonious Rejection. So, like, this hand plays at 1 mana. It's just... I don't know. Miserable. Oh. Okay, upkeep search. This is kind of bad if we just had a, Cleansing Wildfire here. Okay. So hopefully we can hit and land next turn. Otherwise, we're kind of just screwed. But I feel like we're kind of just screwed anyways. I think we can't mulligan the hand with Delver Ceremonious Rejection. And we have like a decent chance of hitting another land. I don't know. You know. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. I really should have played Delver there. I guess I'm like protecting you against spatial contortion, but that seems so freaking out, whatever. That also just runs straight into Blast Zone, and we just lose harder. But I think playing second Delver is right there. Even if we lose harder to spatial. Oh, I should have passed the Delver. That was a punt, actually. Should have passed the Delver. 100% there. Okay. I'm gonna drink some water, and then we're gonna play another match. I don't know. I mean, even if I path the Delver there, we still lose that 100%. We don't have an out there. Wow. This deck is somehow performing worse than the Toski Teamer deck. Okay. So, realistically speaking, this deck could use an 18th land. I'd also like an 8th cantrip. But I don't know where those slots come from. I could trim a spell snare and a helix would probably be my 2 cuts. And then just run an extra land and an extra opt. But I'm not sure. I mean, like, I feel like 18 lands is probably good in the deck that wants to play Mantis Rider. But I don't think the 17 lands was why we were losing those games. But in the future, I think I will make those changes. I think we're just losing the games because Trader's Fierce is a very good Magic card against us, and I was not prepared for it in either game. I mean, one of them we just got not drawn into Karn fetching Trinisphere. It's just very good against us. Okay, we are in winner's queue. The 0-3 brackets, the final frontier. We are going straight to fucking Mars. Alright, we have a frighteningly mediocre hand, but we're on the play, and I think it's fine. We have some interaction. Sword does trigger Sprite Dragon, and yeah. It's not great though. This hand doesn't excite me, but it's not incredibly disappointing either. Okay. Well, our opponent's tanking. They're not sure. They were terrified at how unbelievably slowly we decided to keep. 16 seconds isn't the worst. They kept 7. Wow, that was a long pause to keep 7 guards. Yeah, we're just gonna do this across. We'll get our tap land. Okay, Windswept Heath pass. Alright, opponent, I respect it. I respect it. We could probably beat that. We could beat Windswept Heath pass, right? Let's not get ahead of ourselves, I guess. Right, with our luck, this is probably just healing up. That being said, our hand actually lines up really well. They don't do anything turn 1. As we just get to dominate them with these mana leads. And this Sprite Dragon. And then Delver actually lets us use our mana super efficiently too. Okay, so we just need them not to play like a Voice of Resurgence here. Okay, that's actually really bad. We do not have an answer for this Stoneforge. We have a lot of good draws to deal with Stoneforge though. Alright. Lightning Bolt off the top. It's not the worst card I've ever drawn. Okay. But you could also just try to race the Batter Skull. I'm sure that'll work wonderfully. Oh, you could just play your own Batter Skull. Okay. Yeah, we also have the sword in our hand. Sword is really solid against these decks, like 1/2s. All right, and then we get the batter skull. All right. You know what? I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Our opponent gets their 4/4 Delverblade. We get our 4/4 Delverblade. Life is good. Sure. Huh. Okay, hopefully we could draw a land next turn. Yeah, like, they get their batter skull, we get our batter skull, and everybody's happy. They're gonna be both absolutely useless. But yeah, like, if we get a land, then we could just get a 6/6 batter skull. And, like, what are they supposed to do against that? Unless they have their own 6/6 batter skull. Ice Fang Quadil! Doesn't have Death Touch yet, but it is really scary, so I think we're going to... I guess Sword is really good against the Coatl, though. We could just let it resolve. Honestly. It seems like a mistake to let it resolve, though. But at the same time, we're behind if we let it... I mean, if we cast a Mana Leak on it. So I guess we could just shoal it. Let's just shoal it. Yeah, this line's really hedging on the fact that we get, or not the fact, hedging on us getting a land next turn so that we can Stoneforge, or yeah, Stoneforge, Vial, and the sword and equip it. Why? Our opponent just hates fun. I guess nobody gets a batter skull. We could actually just put the sword in now, and then we can equip it to our goon. That doesn't sound awful. I think we're just going to trade batter skulls here. Like, I don't know. I think our opponent just wants to... This is like in chess where you just like throw your queen at the other queen. It's like, I just don't want to play with queens this game, you know? They make the game too hard. And you know what? I respect their opponent, because I get confused as fuck when batter skull enters the equation too. Okay, no. Okay, we draw. I mean, the good thing is we can just attack them with the Sprite Dragon and then Vial in the sword end of turn. We could also just bounce the batter skull back to hand at end of turn too, but kind of just like getting the sword in play. I think it's really good here. We could even put the sword on the Delver, potentially. And we kind of split it, you know, like Sprite Dragons or Chonky Goon. Do we care about second Stoneforge? I'm thinking we don't really care about second Stoneforge. But at the same time, I do kind of care about second Stoneforge. What do we... Okay, so they can potentially get another sword, but they might also have that sword in hand. But they could also instantly Vial it in, because they already have a Stoneforge in play. But at the same time, we could just kill the Stoneforge with our sword. And also at the same time, like, this mana leak is only getting worse, so we could just mana leak now, and then I'm fine with mana leaking now. And the thing is if we draw another land, then we can just... What happens if we draw another land? Yeah, then we can still just vial and then equip the sword. Okay, so they have their own mana leak. Sure. Okay, but now they're tapped out. So if we do draw that land, then we get a guaranteed sword hit. So let's see what they search for. Again, it's possible they have equipments in their hand. Maul, sure. Maul's actually kind of spook. Begin combat. Okay. So land or a spell would be really nice here. Okay, by land that wasn't quite what I meant, but okay. I mean, honestly, you could just make the argument that I just cast the sword and then get a Sprite Dragon trigger. But they don't know about this sword, so we can just play with the concealed information and they'll just assume that we're going to, like, Batterskull bounce. Yeah, because nothing on Thin Ice or Sprite Dragon. Okay, can't really see about that. So they do have a Maul right now, which is going to give flying and +2/+2. So that's a 3/4 with flying and first strike. Our Delver would be a 5/4, so it would live through the mulled up Stoneforge, which is definitely worth looking at. Okay, so let's put the sword in play. Okay, now we just need to flip our Delver. It shouldn't be hard. We have a lot of spells in our deck. Well, maybe it was harder than I anticipated. Okay. Okay, well, we can't really attack. Or probably just passing and then bouncing this Batterskull. I think we just have to pass and bounce the Batterskull. I mean, we could play the Sprite Dragon and then equip the sword to it. That'll be a 3/3 with... Yeah, we can't attack into their Stoneforge Mystic, but we could just play it. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I think playing it is pretty low opportunity cost, and then we just get to equip. I think this is a little bit better than just casting the bouncing the Batterskull. Because our opponent can just bounce the Batterskull too. Like we're at parity there. But yeah, another land to bounce and then replay the Batterskull with the Stoneforge would be nice. Opponent's going to put in their Maul. No, they're going to bounce the Batterskull. What are they doing? Maybe they're thinking. I don't know what this mana is for though. This is like a weird set of mana. Like, what do you do with 2 white and a blue? Yeah, our opponent's confused what they do with 2 white and a blue too. Sure, yeah, so they're gonna put them all in. Okay, well they also have a Stoneforge Mystic. We're just jumping this with our own Stoneforge if they attack. Yeah. Oh, this is actually really, really fucking good for us though, what? No, this is so terrible for them. Because they can't actually block our Sprite Dragon and we get to kill their Stoneforge. Oh, they just cast it. Okay, that makes sense. Never mind. Okay, well if we draw a spell... Yes. I mean, they're just forced to block this. They could not block it, but it'll be bad for them. Okay, so they didn't block. At this point, we could just Helix this Stoneforge, and then we can Sword Trigger to kill it. They kind of just had to jump it there, though. Okay, take 4. We get to kill it. Okay, we draw a card. What we get is kind of important, too. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, we're just gonna play our Stoneforge. We're basically on like much unblock duty. The thing is they could re-equip, but it costs them a lot of mana. So they kind of have to skip their entire turn if they do that. Which is fine by me. I'll take that. And then they just die. So they could equip this Batter Skull. They'll go down to 4 from their Pain Land. And then they'll go up to 11. Okay, that's actually really bad for us. But it's not the end of the world. So they can't equip Batter Skull, which is obviously the best thing they could do, because then it'll have Vigilance. So, like, they can get rid of our Sprite Dragon here, but Sprite Dragon is just lemon and lime soda. It's not really that good. It's mostly just the Sword of Fire and Ice that's scary. So they're just dead unless they sit on defense with this Maul. And if they sit on defense with this Maul, then they're dead to a couple of things as well. Sure. Okay, so they've got a 5/6. They're dead to Path off the top, but they're also dead to Bolts and Helix. Basically anything. I think we also brought in Sudden Shocks. Wait. Is this game 1? I think this is game 1. Okay. What do we draw? Draw an opt. Okay, well, let's opt. I'll just play a Delver and then pass. We're in a really tough spot though, because they could just equip this Batter Skull and then it'll just be this giant freaking Stoneforge, and then we just lose. We really needed to hit anything there. We had so many live draws that just kill our opponent. But we did not get there. our opponent was at 1. We could have just swung in anyways, and then they couldn't have, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so we're taking 9 here. They go up to 12. They kill our Delver. But, like, Path still gets us... Oh, okay. Like, Path is still great here. Okay, this is also good. Path, 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 Path. Oh, that's rude. It's so lame. Oh, okay, well. I mean, they could have forced our path there too, so. Not much we could do about that. Yep. I'm starting to think that our deck isn't, like, great in Stoneforge Mirrors. But at the same time, like, we do have Path to Exile, so we shouldn't be terrible in Stoneforge Mirrors. Yep. Wow. Okay, even if we have Path, this Geist is a lot scarier than a Stoneforge, all suited up. We could have bounced Battle Skull there. Wouldn't have been terrible. Like, even if we equip it, we just still lose. Okay. Well, I think... I'm just going to concede the match. I was disappointing 0-4. I just don't... Yeah. Well, that's it for me for this league, I guess. I'm going to make a couple of small changes, I guess. Yeah, so let's cut these two. Let's run the 4th opt. Let's also fix the mismatching ops. I freaking hate mismatching ops. Okay, so let's get opt. I definitely wouldn't have minded another Spireball Canal in here. Okay, so we've got our 4 Pirate Ops, perfect. And then we've got 1 Spireball Canal. This is just going to give us a little bit more consistency. Here, actually, do we want another Spireball Canal? We could potentially run another Seeker and Coast as well. I don't know. I'll think on that. I don't have another Spireball Canal right now. So I'll just run another Seachrome. But I'll think about which one's actually better. I mean, like, we do really want white for turn 2 with the Stoneforge. This is fine, I guess. I'm not, like, super excited about it, but... Like, the deck itself feels good. The deck is strong, you know? Like, Stoneforge is good. The issue is, like, you run into other Stoneforge decks, and then they also have cards like Icefang Coatl, and then they just go a lot taller than you. Like, the Delver game plan seems fine. Sprite Dragon always feels okay. It does carry swords really well, though. I mean, it's possible. We just need a 3rd equipment as well. We had plenty of times where we just drew 2nd Stoneforge, and then we wanted another sword to search for. So, like, Ball is obviously a candidate. It's just a solid card. You could play it for 3 mana. I think it's a lot weaker personally in these decks that have a lot of flyers. But we could also run sort of Feast and Famine. Wouldn't be terrible. The issue also comes where we have to make boar cuts if we do that, and I think it really cuts into these Mantis Rider slots, to be completely honest. Honestly, the Mantis Riders might just have to go. I feel like they're the things that are like necessitating this jump in mana. We just like had to hit 3 mana to play these Mantis Riders that we really just didn't need to win the game. But we needed to be able to play them, so that was kind of awkward. And then, yeah, so sort of Feast and Famine would be okay. It plays really well with our deck because we get to actually like hold up mana, lets us cast a lot of spells, and then also lets us pressure our opponent. Honestly, some of the other sorts wouldn't be terrible either. Like Light and Shadow would actually let us use our graveyard a little bit, and then bring back some of our creatures. I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess there's just a couple of like mental notes to think about, and I'll revisit this deck. I honestly don't think it was that bad. I don't think this deck was an 0-4 deck. We just happened to 0-4 with it because we're just that talented, honestly. But yeah, I'll catch y'all around. Peace.